Hey guys, pop art painter Jamie Roxx here. This is the Patreon VIP ad-free version of this podcast. It's a cool episode. It's a very cool episode. I had a lot of fun. You can too ad-free listening to it. One of the perks of being a VIP is you don't have to listen to commercials. So I'm going to quit talking and play it. Here it is. Enjoy. Hey everybody, welcome to the show. This is the Pop Art Radio Talk Show. I'm your host, pop art painter Jamie Roxx, and this is the big show. You found it. I'm glad you did. Hey, very excited. We have a fantastic guest lined up today, and his story blows me away, blows me out of the water. And his story, they made it into a film. Because why not? It's just amazing. It's just amazing. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome Mr. Dave McLean, director, co-writer, producer, and probably did a lot of other stuff on the new movie Gamers. Comes out tomorrow. Dave, how are you?
No bad, mate. I also made the sandwiches as well and the cups of tea and got the coffee. So did everything. Fantastic. Rocket.
I'm not in the movie business, but I know plenty of people who are. And with indie
Yes,
film,
and the
sometimes
and the
that
makeup
was-
and the hair.
oh,
And the makeup and the hair. Everything's right, yeah.
oh, there you go. There you go.
As you
Credit to being in the music business. You've been in the music business for a while now.
yeah, my son, the first gig I promoted was Tchaikovsky. And then the next one was Rachmaninoff. And then the next one was Chopin. I did Mozart. So I've been around for a while. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Well, I want everybody to see the film, and I don't want to give anything away, but you started out playing football, right? Like every young Scottish lad dreams of having the professional football career.
Yeah.
And then you met a girl.
Yeah. Then I wasn't that good. I was pretty good at football. I was a bit of a show. I played a game one day and I had a double vodka before I went on the pitch and somebody broke my legs. So I stopped playing football after that. I just turned my attention to music. And there you go. That's what happened.
There you go. There you go. Well, starting out, and it's interesting too. I've never been to Dundee, Scotland. Where are you at today, as a matter of fact? Just remind me, in watching the film, I grew up in Detroit, Michigan. Yeah, a very blue-collar working town. And it just, I got that vibe from Dundee, a port city.
Yeah.
It's just,
Exactly,
it seemed that way. Like a lot of working class folk. Not a pink
Yeah.
class.
Well, there's a lot of working class folk with nothing to do because there was 26% unemployment. It was a strange working class thing with no work to do. But yeah, it was maybe a bit like Detroit. Funnily enough, I was going to move to Detroit when I was 16 because I couldn't get a job in Dundee and I had an aunt. And what's that? Is that Lake Michigan or something you call it? Is that near Detroit? No, maybe not.
Yes,
Anyway,
what's St. Clair?
Yeah, so I was actually going to move there, but then something happened and I never moved there. So yeah, I suppose there's similarities. Yeah, definitely.
Very lucky because what happened and this was when I was a teenager, everything changed. All the factories started closing. And you're right, man. When the unemployment goes up, so that leads to all kinds of others. I don't think people realize that. But man, you see it. Crime, right?
Well,
but clubs and stuff. People want to do stuff.
Well, you definitely see a big increase in glue sales, that's for sure. And it's a bit really is not and plastic bags. And spray paint and graffiti is on the increase. Yeah, there's probably similarities there, yeah.
That's cool. Well, for you guys, so football, that's pretty much done at this point. Got into doing discos and clubs and whatnot.
Yeah.
That was some interesting games.
Oh, I was actually. I mean,
interesting people.
The reason I got into doing the discos was just to sort of get this girl that I fancied, right? And we used to do a disco, we'd have a DJ, £50, so just say $50, right? And we'd make $1,000 profit. And then our business model changed radically where we would start. No, it was great. But then our business model changed radically and we started booking bands at $1,000 and losing money. But it looked cool. Yeah, it looked really cool to say, we're doing the Cure this week. We're doing Ultravox this week. And it looked cool, but it wasn't very good. Wasn't very good for the bank balance. But we should have stuck to the disco. That's the way it was.
It's crazy. I was never I've been in the music, not for the clubbing business. I promoted a couple of nights here and there. I was never my thing. I always liked to go to the party, not put the party on. Oh, it was just too much stuff. But I was that guy that knew a lot of people. So I always got invited. So I went to.
Yeah, that's good.
Been a couple of decades hanging out in nightclubs. So it worked out pretty well. But I knew all these promoters growing up and whatnot. And it's weird, man. I remember going to somebody's flat and there's 10 and front 242 sleeping on the floor. And you're like, oh no, front 242. That's great. That was one of my first biggest gigs, front 242 in London. Oh, that's right. Headhunter. Oh, wow. That's a banger, that, man. That's fantastic. It was crazy. Well, you were at that age too, that period of really cool music, and you're doing. There's a scene in the movie, and again, I don't want to give too much away. People, you have to watch this movie. This is one of my favorite movies of the year so far. Schemer. I loved it. Where you added some ambiance to the club. You put that blue flashing the police. Hey.
No, that's not. Well, we never had many. We never had many lights. Scott went and nicked a light for a car, and they got it wired up. Got some sparky electricity, got it sorted. And we had the track Silver Machine from Hawkwind, which was, I don't know if you've ever tried dancing to Silver Machine at a club, but it's very difficult. It's nearly as difficult as Kate Bush, Wuthering Heights, or whatever it's called. If you've ever tried dancing, I tried to look cool to somebody told me. It's never going to work. Never going to work. Yeah. It's embarrassing.
No, there'll be one goth girl swinging around. That's about it. You know,
well,
go ahead. Go finish your thought.
No. I actually think I had that crazy girl. But anyway, carry on. Swinging around.
There's a holy one. Sucking her cheeks, man.
Yes.
Anyway. Well, the crazy thing is, I'm watching this and this film, and I see like that, and just in the movie, before the big show or the big concert. And then I'm thinking in my head as I'm watching it, I'm going, well, I think everybody knows you managed Placebo among other people. You brought all of these bands to the UK and all of China and Southeast Asia and whatnot, all over. And now you're putting on, you have the police light back in the day. Now you're paying people to do lasers and fogs.
Yeah,
big light show. Either end of the spectrum.
Well, it's funny though. I've never considered I've had a job in my life since I was 20. Because I've done music since I was 20, and it's not like working. Like it is like work, but it's not like going down a coal mine or going on a ship or something or being in the army. It's like a laugh. You know what I mean? My life is a laugh from start to finish. And luckily, it's worked out okay. It's just been lucky. You meet the right people, you get the right bands, you get the right connection. You kind of get on with people, or you didn't get on with people. That's the way it goes. But every day in my thinking, I get up. Every day is a holiday. There you go. That's me.
That's a cool life. That's the dream, man. That is the dream. I'm telling you, I went to my first club. I think I was like 15, something like that, 15, 16. And I had acquired an ID. I just found one laying in the street. And that's the story I'm going with. Anyway, I went to a club. And, everybody, I started hanging out in them. And everybody I knew that went to clubs, they always had to think, they wanted your life. They wanted to promote bands, book the work club. And I don't know. I saw everybody that was doing that. And I'm like, ooh, that's a lot of work. That's what the promoters did a lot too. But I met a lot of the owners of the club. They were never happy. They never seemed to be enjoying them. Not like the promoters. Promoters might do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was obviously a plus point. Yeah. But the guys that owned the venues were obviously okay because they were getting all the bar money and cut the tickets maybe. There's just something about the music business. You know, if you're a promoter and you book a big venue and you put your tickets on sale and you're watching the ticket count and all that, and it might start off great, then it boosts up a bit, and it might fall down, and you're worried about how it's going to go. And then you go to the gig on the night that you're looking for a queue, and there's a big line round the door, or there's nobody. And then they're building up the PA, and the doors open, the crowd come in, then the band come on, and you go, wow, this is brilliant. And then you think, you know what? I've brought all these people together. And that's the thought I always used to have. And I say I've done about 3,000 concerts. There's a couple of million people or whatever. Out of that, how many people met each other at a gig, got married, started dating, whatever? I don't know. It's a great feeling to think that once you book a show, you set trail of events going. The show goes on, the tickets go on sale. This girl in Dundee could buy a ticket, and this guy in Glasgow could buy a ticket, and they go to a show and they meet. You know what I mean? Who knows what happens? It goes, anything can happen. Brilliant. I love it.
It's like dominoes. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And people have memories of that. It's weird. I have had a lot of things in my life that have weeded out a lot of memory, but I'm telling you, the ones that I do have, I think are pretty strong because they withstood the onslaught.
Yeah.
And those are all clubs and concert memories.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was at a Placebo gig the other night in Berlin for their album, which is coming this week, which is doing awesome, actually. But anyway, we were there with all the record company guys from Soul Records in London and the distributors, Rough Trade in Berlin. And it was one of these gigs, there was no mobile phones, right? No mobile phones allowed. And I just remember, you won't know what this is. It's an eightsome reel where there's 8 people and you join hands, you dance about, and you're going absolutely crazy. And I thought, here's me, 66 years old, a Placebo gig in Berlin, dancing about crazy, singing my head off. I thought, what a life I've got. This is just beautiful. This is amazing. So there you go. It's just covered fun. And that was just 2 nights ago. Yeah.
That's amazing. That is amazing. I'm telling you, you've done it. It's amazing. It's so cool because you think logically. Yeah, there's so many people that aren't in that situation. Oh, that are working for a job. Maybe they're married. Somebody they don't want to be. Oh, their kids are horrible. Yeah. Life is just life. And that's way different than going to see Placebo in Berlin.
I'll tell you what, we're doing nine dates in America in September, and we actually want to add an extra night in New York. We sold out that place in Brooklyn in about three days. We're playing the LA Greek in Los Angeles, and I think we're doing 9 or 10 shows in September. So wherever you're based, I mean, we used to play Detroit, but this is just a little run, and then we're going to come back next year. But I couldn't believe that we sold out New York in 3 days. It's a 2,000 party, but did a second night, and the LA Greek's going to sell out. That's about 7,000 or something. So that's good for us in America. So if you want to come to a gig, give us a shot. We'll have a laugh. Yeah, there was brilliant. Absolutely awesome. And
one of those bands that are just, they always have, every time they put something out, it's out of the park. It's just, I don't think they do it. Or a bad.
No, I know. Well, I was thinking about 1,500 gigs I've seen. They've maybe done 4 gigs that weren't brilliant, and that was, I can even remember where they were. But this week, just a few hours ago, I got the midweek chart positions and were number 1 in France midweek, number 1 in Germany, number 2 in the UK, but it's a close thing between Machine Gun Kelly and Michael Bublé, would you believe, for the number 1 position. So this is like for film in 9 years. We're smashing it. And Michael Bublé's been on all the big TV shows, radio shows, this, that. We're not
working hard.
Yeah.
That's
and it's
fantastic.
I just love it. It's exciting. And the tickets are going well, the band's going well, the film's going well, the family are good. I live in Thailand, which is the best country in the world to live. A brilliant place. I love it there. Good family. I mean, I'm totally blessed. I'm the luckiest guy on the planet. I wouldn't swap my life for anybody's. That's a fact.
That's amazing. And you have a movie out about, sweet. Dave, you seem like one of those guys that you meet at a party or something, you start BSing, and then after about 5 minutes, you're like, man, they should make a movie about this guy. This is amazing. And they have. Here it is.
Yeah,
That's
well,
amazing.
nobody did. Well, it was just us that did it because nobody else would do it. The band wasn't doing that. I just wrote a script. I just wrote a script and made a movie, and got the money from my friends, and we did a little low budget film, and I kind of won 15, 20 awards or something. And it'll be loads better the next time. Like, this was just a wee experiment, see how it went. But it went good.
Right.
Film, it's funny. I mean, it still makes me laugh, actually. So it's okay, you know. And it just shows the music. It kind of shows the music business when you start off, when you're a pure novice and you have no idea what you're doing.
I have to tell you, Dave, some of my biggest things I've done in my life, as far as like crazy business deals or this or that or whatever, I have not known what I was doing, and I didn't know that you weren't supposed to do it a certain way. So I just did it. And
Exactly.
And it's that's how things have happened in your life. And certain, not all the time, but in certain starting points.
Trust me,
That is,
I have done so many things that I've got wrong. I actually went to Taiwan. I flew from Bangkok to Hong Kong, up to Taipei in Taiwan to get a record deal for a band. And nobody could speak English in Taiwan. I mean, they can in Japan and Bangkok and places like that.
right.
So
It's not
I got
Taiwan,
this, I got a taxi and I go to this place in Taipei with all my stuff about the band and my presentation and whatever. So I go up into this room and this guy takes the meeting and I'm sitting down and I'm chatting away to him, showing him sales and this and publicity and pictures and blah, blah, blah. And he's looking at me and I'm thinking, I think possibly I might be in the wrong room here. I'm looking around and all I see are pictures of oil cans and petrol pumps and cars. And I'm actually in a garage.
Okay.
I'm in a garage. I'm talking to a guy that runs a garage, right? In Taipei. And I got up and said, thank you so much for your time. And he gets up, nods to me, and I go out. There you go. No, I thought, how stupid is that? I'm in a garage. There you go. That's how it went.
Man, it's crazy. I'm just Taiwan is beautiful though. But you're right. Nobody speaks English. I went there to speak. It's been about 20 years ago now. I went there to see a show, concert, and doing the. I had just my first divorce, so I said I'm going to go on a get my mind off of things. Wound up in and had a good time. It was a good month. Anyway, but I loved it. I was great.
I nearly died in Taiwan because after the meeting there, I actually turned up at the real office of the record company.
Yeah.
And they took me for lunch. They took me for lunch in this Taiwanese restaurant where they turned the lights up to 100%. It was like being in an operating theatre. And I ordered pork knuckle for some obscure reason, right? And
Right.
there were 12 of us at this big round table. And then I choked on this pork knuckle thing. And I thought, I can either die, and I could see the headlines now, Dundee man died in pork knuckle incident, or I could really give it a blast and get it out. So the thing pinged across the table, this big pork knuckle thing. And I went, hey guys, I've flown from Bangkok to Hong Kong to Taipei and nobody's speaking. And everybody was quiet. And only years later did I notice on a NatWest Bank advert that certain cultures do never discuss business at lunch. And one of them was Taiwan. There you go. So, yeah, I nearly choked to death there. There you go.
Well, we're glad.
Cheers to man.
We're glad.
I'm glad I know because I'm still here to tell the tale.
Make it into a movie. That's going to be expected.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. If this is getting great reviews, so it drops tomorrow, so of course, you're going to get the onslaught this week. Not only if Placebo's dropping their new album this week, you've got your movie dropping.
Yeah.
It's
good week, actually, yeah. It's a good week.
It's a scary week.
I'm Dundee United are playing Hibs away, which will be a great game for us. We need to win that to get in the top six. What a week of is that a word? Hyperbole activity. It's a good word anyhow. I've said it before. Hyperbole. I like that.
That's not a word. It's a fantastic film. Yeah. So you've got people that have seen it and whatnot, and they're reviewing it, and when it's coming out, everybody seems to like it. There hasn't been a good music movie in a while, I feel. And I love watching. I'm one of those guys in a while back when VH1 used to do those behind the music. And I would watch that stuff for weeks just because I found it interesting.
Yeah.
But I like a good music themed movie, and this is one of them.
Well,
Now I know
cheers.
you're doing promo for it. Are the gears turning for the next project?
Sorry, what was that? My next, the next film project or what?
Yeah. Have you getting ideas? Are you writing them? Are you just
Oh,
want to get through this one first?
yeah. Oh no, I've got all the script. I've got 3 scripts. I've got 3 movies lined up.
Wow.
So next week we start shooting in September, and it's called Sold Out, and it tells the story of the character Scott in the first movie and David May. We moved to London, and if you Google in Scott Young, Dundee businessman, you'll see what happened to him. He was unfortunately died in very mysterious circumstances. And it's me and him, or him and I, as my dad would always say, we share a house in Hammersmith. And he goes one way and I go another way. See, I get there in 1985. I try to book Bruce Springsteen from a kebab shop in London, which didn't go well. And I ended up doing various shows like with cool bands and worked my way up to Nirvana. And then all that goes like out the window. And then I think that's the end of me in the music business. Then I get a demo tape of Placebo with 6 tracks on it. 5 tracks go top 30. And I do well on Placebo. But so it's all about me, Nirvana, Alice in Chains, Soundgarden, Smashing Pumpkins, Rage Against the Machine, Soul Asylum, whatever. All these bands I used to promote. And Scott going his way, which if you look at his story, if you Google it in, you'll see what happens. So it's a very dark comedy. It takes everyone up a level from Dundee. We all go into the big league, and it gets a bit crazy. It's a brilliant soundtrack. Right. We start shooting that in September. Then I've got another film after that. So I've got loads. Good.
Man,
I'm on a roll.
Well, that's fantastic. And because I want to know more, especially after watching it. You mentioned the soundtrack. Now, I have to say, Steelers has a fantastic soundtrack, start to finish. It's amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, you can listen to it on not Instagram. What am I saying? On Spotify. That's how I would. It's out everywhere. You can buy it, I'm sure. Amazing soundtrack.
Yeah,
I imagine. Was that hard to put together?
No, it was easy.
Have an idea?
No, it was easy because it's all bands either promoted, managed, or published, or owned the recordings of. So, like a lot of the band, like I initially had the idea of keeping it all 1979, 1980. Then I thought, there's a TV show called Peaky Blinders. I don't know if you've seen it. But they use, it's set in the 1930s. But they use music from like
Nick
Cave and T.D. Harvey and Nick Cave and all that. So I thought, you know what, I can mix it up a bit. I can put some more current music in it. So I've put in some music, a Dundee band called The View. I put 3 tracks of theirs in. And I put bands that I owned the publishing on. And then I put favourites of mine from the old days that used to promote the Fisher's Edge, Simple Minds and all that stuff. So it ended up being, and Alex Harvey band and all that. So it ended up being, they're pretty cool in the fall. I used to come with them as well, way back in the day. So I kind of worked it okay. But it was, every song has a personal touch, which is good.
It's great. It's great. I remember, I was thinking back, I'm like, when did I first really become aware of Placebo? And I remember my friend talking about it when that movie Velvet Goldmine came out. They played a young band, but everybody, they were the buzz, at least they were like, you gotta check this band out, blah, 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 blah. And so we did it.
It's absolutely mental. It's 28 years later that I'm still managing them. Put a show on sale in Mexico City 2 weeks ago, and we sold 10,000 tickets in the first day. It's a 20,000 capacity. Wow. And then we're selling out all over Europe, all the arenas, all the festivals. And then the new album will come out and get 9 out of 10, 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5 in every single publication, and it's going to be number 1 in loads of countries. It's like a dream. It's the gift that keeps giving. I mean, it's wow. This is meant to be still going so strong, and they look so good and play so well. And it's just, I'm just like, I keep saying that. I'm not being corny here. I'm totally blessed. I'm lucky. I am. He's been looking out for me for some obscure reason. I don't know why, but I'm definitely getting the touch. So it's good.
Oh, absolutely. We get a lot of up and coming bands, young guys and gals that, trying to do something and whatnot. And you hear all these stories. Everybody's got a story. And all I want to say is there are some good people you can work with out there. When you find them, hold on to them, even if it's for 28 years.
Honestly, it's like, I mean, you know that song, 25 years, never living next door to Alice, to be heard that. You probably never heard, but it's like 20 years living next door to Placebo. It's like crazy. It's just been going, it's just mad. And I love watching them. See, when I was in Berlin the other night, I'd never seen them for 3 years because of this COVID stuff. And I was like a kid, you know what I mean? Jumping about, 66 years old. Thankfully, my blood pressure is 110/71, so I'm fit as a butcher's dog. And it was great. Loved it.
Well, you know what it is? It's that Taiwanese knuckles that you've been eating. You know, the pork knuckles. They're keeping you young and healthy.
Thankfully,
there you go.
Thankfully, I never if I swallowed it, that would have been okay. It might have been a bit painful coming out of the side, but at least I would have survived it. But if I choked on it, that would have been
Oh, man.
That might be a bit risky. Right.
No. We're on the internet, Dave. Everything's fun.
That's
man.
good. That's good. Everything's possible. Yeah.
It's all good.
Even Will Smith can go and punch that guy's lights out. So everything's possible these days.
I was just thinking that. You know, the funny part is everybody, it was so funny this morning after that. On social media, everybody's clutching their pearls. Oh, I guess there was 2 camps on my social media. People shouldn't have been thinking about his wife.
Yes.
But all of my friends from college, the highbrow people are all like, oh, it's such a terrible. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure the kids were traumatized. You know, all the little ones watching the Oscars. Are you kidding me? Nobody watches it.
No, exactly. Nobody watches it. And to be fair, the guy that took the punch or the slap took it quite well. I mean, he didn't go down like a footballer in the English Premier League or something would have been played either. Yeah, it was okay. It was fun. Whatever. It's probably had 100 million views. No done anybody any harm. Maybe I should go and punch somebody tomorrow and boost the film sales. I punch, let me think. Could I punch Will Smith? There you go. If I could punch him, that would be great, but I'd get battered.
It's the guy. I can't remember what it was. Did he punch him or shove him? Something. I'm trying to remember. He was doing one of those red carpets. You know how they do everything in LA.
Yeah.
Some premiere. And some guy, there was a guy with a gay guy. Not there's anything wrong with that. Everybody don't send me.
No.
So I guess the guy tried to kiss him or something. He stopped him. I want to settle.
I tell you what, life's great. I just love it. So funny. Every day, there's going to be someone that can make you laugh. Just look for it. I'll tell you. Brilliant.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I hope you mentioned COVID. I hope all your people and everybody were okay. That's a hell of a thing. I've never seen the world closed down like it did. And I'll tell you, I still know a lot of people in the DJ world and whatnot. And man, I knew a couple people that had gotten these residency gigs and stuff right before the close down.
Yeah.
And they went out and bought cars and shit. And those checks weren't coming in.
It was like, I know you've not got time to hear any COVID stories, but I'll tell you one. In Berlin the other night, you had to get, they're so strict in Germany, right? You had to get a COVID test from a registered nurse who was dressed head to toe plastic with goggles on and all that sort of stuff, right? Now, I've had about 25 COVID tests so far, and I would have been cheaper spending money on cocaine or something, because the amount of money you spend, so I've never done drugs or anything like that. But the cost to put something up your nose is ludicrous. Anyhow, this one in Germany, I swear it nearly came out my eyeball. You know, she put it up so far, I thought,
that's the worst.
I'm going to die. She was a big, hefty woman, let me say. Hefty, Fräulein. So that was that. I was literally tears to my eye. So that's why a little COVID.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad you're okay. Crazy. No, it's just keep doing it. Just keep rolling and doing them because your work's fantastic. You really want to see more. This is a book. That's what the old guard are supposed to do, is write a book. Oh, you made a movie. I think you're way better.
Yeah, it's much better because it's too difficult, right? But I mean, if you write a movie, all you need to do is get a good cinematographer, DOP, whatever you call them, direct photographer, get a good soundtrack, so it'll look good, sound good. Even if the script complete bollocks, at least it'll look good, sound good. But if the script part's decent, you've got a no bad movie. That's it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's-
Absolutely. I love
That's
it.
the way. That's
Sounds good to me.
That's the way. That's the way to do it. Somebody said, can't remember who it was. but
Nice.
somebody said that.
Yeah, no, I can't wait to see more. Thank you for taking time to be on the show. I really appreciate it. I know you got more of these to do. Hey,
Awesome.
if you're ever in South Florida, Miami, or whatever, let me know. We will definitely go out
Well-
for a some fried
Well, I
knuckles
will
or
be.
something. I don't know.
Well, I will be because Placebo will be playing there sometime on one of my bands. But I'm on Instagram, Davey from the D or something, I can't remember. Email Dave@rivermanbangkok. I stay in Thailand, Dave@rivermanbangkok.com. So I'm only in Dundee on
Nice.
in Europe. But, so hit me up, as they say in America, I believe.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you again so much. And break a leg with the movie. It drops tomorrow. Everybody, you can watch it anywhere on the planet, I think, tomorrow. And
I think
this
so,
is definitely worth watching. We have
Feels very
links
nice.
to it. We have links to the social media and all that. So like and
Oh,
share
sorry.
those.
Thanks a million. That's great. I had a really good chat with you. It was a good laugh.
Bullshit,
Yeah,
man.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Take care.
You too. Have a feast. Bye.
See ya. Cheers. Good luck. Bye.
And there's your folks. How about that? Mr. Dave McLean. Again, the movie's called Schemer. It's out. And this is a great movie. And it's, I'll be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, I knew a lot of people growing up were in this world. And it was great. It was a great movie. And it also just reminded me of some zany fun times a million years ago when I was a youngster. Still having zany fun times. Different. In a different way. But yeah, this is a great film. The Facebook link and the Instagram links for the film we have up. These, I'm just going to get ready to tell you. We convert, as you probably know if you listen to the show, we convert this to a podcast. We push down on all the various social media platforms and on all the podcasts. Where do you stream podcast on? I'm telling you, baby, we are on. We're on like 570 something of them. It's amazing. It's amazing. I just know there were that many podcasting platforms. Well, they're at, and we're on them all. And the big one, Apple and iTunes, Spotify, all that kind of stuff. Pandora, all that kind of stuff we're on. But anyway, what I wanted to tell you is these links that we have on our show page, when this is converted, those stay active. So if you're listening to the show on Spotify or whatever, just click that link, man. Boom, you're right there. And as always, look, I always tell you guys and ladies, if you want a film, a band, or whatever, like and share their social media. Help get the word out, man. We live in an algorithm world, and it's very important. And with movies, too, if you watch a movie, leave a review. Write a couple of sentences down. Tell us what you thought of the movie. It helps that algorithm out immensely. And it's just the easiest thing to do. You don't have to write a doctoral thesis or anything. Just cut the sentence. Help out. Okay, folks, we are out of here. We will be back tomorrow. Got a returning guest. Chloe Trico going to be on tomorrow, talking about her film, introducing Joe Diaz. Fantastic romantic comedy. I think if that's your jam, you will really dig it. You just like to laugh. It's very funny. I dig the movie a lot, so it'll be great talking to Chloe again and catching up. And we will see you all tomorrow. Great one. Yeah. I'm going to get back to work now. I'm working on these really cool paintings that I want to finish right at the end. It's right at the last part of the painting. And I don't know why. This time I decided to work on 3 at once. I normally do them one at a time, but oh boy. I'm surrounded. I'm literally sitting at my desk right now, and the monitors and all the podcasting stuff's in front of me in this direction. And on my chair, I've got a swivel chair, and on the back, but if I every other direction, the big canvas, these big 24 by 30 canvases, I'm literally surrounded by these paintings. And so I got to get these done, man. I got to get these done. The collectors, emailing me, and it has to be done. I got to get them done. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to finish this tonight, do the post-production, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for listening, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.
This has been pop art painter Jamie Roxx's Pop Roxx Radio Talk Show. It has been executive produced by Jamie Roxx, recorded at its studio in Deerfield Beach in South Florida. All rights reserved by Pop Roxx Limited for broadcast on Blog Talk Radio. Tana Oli Pop Rock Radio. Estás escuchando Jamie Roxx de Pop Rocks Radio. Manténganse al tanto.
Hej, det här är Hicks från Sverige och ni lyssnar till Pop Rocks Radio med Jamie Roxx.
Blog Talk Radio.